Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said, when it comes to politics, it is natural that there will be criticism, but if the goal is fixed, it is possible to develop the country. She said this while attending the opening ceremony of Bangladesh Startup Summit 2023 at Hotel Intercontinental in the capital. The Prime Minister said that Awami League was once ridiculed about digital Bangladesh. However, the Awami League government has been able to build a digital Bangladesh today. She also said, due to the expansion of the information technology, internet services have reached remote areas of the country. There has been socio-economic development of people of 10. Sheikh Hasina said there has been a widespread of e-commerce and freelancing. At the same time, outsourcing has created new means of income for people. Meanwhile, the head of government once again called upon the youth to become entrepreneurs instead of looking for jobs. He said that the startups will take the country forward by being responsible towards the country. Disobeying the police order, BNP is holding sit-in program at the entrance of the capital. Police are evacuating BNP leaders and activists to keep the law and order situation under control in Amin Bazar, Dhulaikhal and Uttara of the capital. There are chases and clashes between the two parties. Since morning, a large number of members of the law and order forces have been stationed at every entrance of Dhaka to avoid any untown situation and to keep traffic flowing normally. Water cannons, riot cars, CPC were brought down on the road. At 11 a.m. on Saturday, BNP faced obstacles in its sit-in program in Amin Bazar in the capital. BNP leaders and activists clashed with the police in Amin Bazar, Dhulaikhal, Uttara during the sit-in program at the entrance of the capital despite not receiving permission. Meanwhile, the police arrested Amanullah Aman, convener of Dhaka Metropolitan North BNP. Meanwhile, BNP activists attacked the police car at Shonirakra in Jatrabari. Despite withdrawing from the program without getting permission, Awami League is on alert in every ward. Central leaders are monitoring from the party office. Awami League workers say that instead of taking stand on various points due to the restriction of TMP, they are keeping a peaceful vigil in the party offices with respect for the law. Leaders and activists of Awami League brought a procession in Uttara of the capital. At the time, BNP and Awami League leaders and activists chased each other. Holy Ashura is being celebrated with due religious dignity. After 10 o'clock in the morning, the country's main Tajia procession came out from Husni Dalan Imambara in Old Dhaka. A large number of people participated in it. This morning procession is commemorating the tragic history of Karbala desert. On the 10th of Muharram in the year 61 Hijri, while fighting for truth and justice, Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu, the son-in-law of the Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his family members were martyred by Yazid soldiers in the field of Karbala. This incident of Karbala inspires to speak out against injustice and tyranny and to follow the path of truth and beauty. Commemorating the tragic incident, the Tajia procession from Husni Dalan Imambara will end at Chigatola to Bokshi Bazar, Urdu Road, Lalbagh, Azimpur, New Market and Science Laboratory. On the holy day of Ashura, the authorities of Husni Dalan Imambara called on all parties including BNP to withdraw their programs. Ashura marks the tragic Battle of Karbala, which took place in 680 AD. The war is treated as the most pathetic incident in the history of Islam. Qudrate Maula has more.
Unlike any of the Islamic festival, Ashura is not a festival of joy and celebration. It is a sacred festival in remembrance of the demise of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad's grandson Imam Hussain alayhi salam. It took place during the historic Battle of Karbala between the third Imam Hussain and an army of 30,000 people from the forces of Yazid, the Umayyad Caliph in present-day Iraq. Imam Hussain and his companions, who were surrounded by Yazid force, fought for 3 days amid suspension of water supply. Finally, all of them were killed and beheaded one by one in front of their families on the day. It was not the end of heinous mood. All the bodies were trampled by the hoofs of the horses. Their tents were burnt in fire, and their women and children, including the Lady Zainab, the Prophet Muhammad's granddaughter, were all captured and moved along with their heads. Undoubtedly, it is the greatest and most painful massacre in history. It is also considered as an unprecedented settlement between the genuine followers of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and anti-Prophet elements. Kudrati Mola, DBC News.
The first unit of the coal-based Matarbari power plant, which is under construction in Moheshkali of Cox's Bazar, is set to undergo trial operation today. Abul Kalam Azad, the project director of the power plant, confirmed it. He said the power plant, with a total capacity of 1200 megawatt, comprises 2 separate units, each with a capacity of 600 megawatt. The first unit of the power plant will launch trial operation on Saturday. If the trial operation of the first unit is successful, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will inaugurate the power generation in December. Officials involved with the project state that the power plant will require 10,000 tons of coal per day, and each unit will need 5,000 tons of coal. Dengue has also spread in remote areas of Tangail. The number of patients is increasing every day. Common people panic as dengue is detected in rural areas as well as cities. Meanwhile, due to lack of proper services in government hospitals, extra money has to be added. Patients and their relatives who are struggling to meet the costs of tests, medicines and incidentals. However, the civil surgeon denied it. Meanwhile, the various useful images of the spread of dengue in the 2 big hospitals of the district tell the picture of the overall mismanagement of the district. There are complaints of spending extra money on various things including tests, medicines. The civil surgeon denied these allegations. Civil society demands coordinated activities at city and village level to prevent the spread of dengue. 2 Bangladeshis were killed in a road accident on their way back from work in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Abu Talib and Monir died in a road accident on Thursday night. Their bodies have been kept in the cold room of a government hospital in Saudi Arabia. Abu Talib of Kalabara Upuzila of Potuakhali went to Saudi Arabia in 2019. In August, 3 people including Abu Talib went to Riyadh to arrange all the documents including the plane to return to Bangladesh. 2 people died in a road accident on their way back to Buraida from Riyadh after fixing the documents. After the legal process in Saudi Arabia, the family of deceased has sought the government support to bring the bodies of the 2 to Bangladesh. BNP has ordered the activists to stay in Dhaka until the fall of the government. This directive comes from the Grand Rally in Noyapolton. The leaders said their rally has proved that the people do not want the rulers anymore. An announcement was also made from the rally to take a position at the important entrance of Dhaka today to realize the demand. On this occasion, the party said to hold these sit-ins programs from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Leaders, activists and supporters from all over the country joined this program. The Noyapolton area became vocal before this casual time with their march and slogans. The policymakers of the party said that not only BNP but also the people of the country want the resignation of the Awami League government. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir on Friday came down heavily on opposition BNP for its street blockade program, saying if BNP tries to blockade streets, their paths will also be blocked. He said this while addressing a mammoth peace rally arranged by the party's 3 affiliated youth organizations at the south gate of Baitul Mukarram National Masjid in Dhaka. Obaidul Qadir said anybody tries to create anarchy and vandalism would be dealt with iron hand accordingly. Government is committed to maintain peace and stability in the country, he added. Awami Jubo League, Awami Shebok League and Bangladesh Chhatra League organized the rally in protest against BNP Jamaat's killing conspiracy and anarchy in the name of realizing their one-point demand.